Do you think it is possible to communicate with babies, or rather children under the age of 4? Some would say that it's almost nearly impossible to effectively communicate with someone that cannot speak, although it is possible to help teach toddlers and young babies how to learn how to communicate. Through this video, I will show you ways that you can help communicate with a baby or a toddler. Children can use several tools to effectively communicate at an early stage in life. In this speech, I will explain to you the different ways you are able to communicate with young children through sign language and through modeling and practice. Something else that also helps to communicate with them would be showing them sign language, because it helps them with getting frustrated. It also helps because it gives them better mental development for later on in life. It's important to model and keep doing what's right so they know how to continue on throughout life. It's also important to practice because they can keep on what they're doing. It's important to limit media so they can understand things through the correct way, because media tends to show a lot of ineffective ways to communicate with children. First, children can develop early effective communication skills by using sign language. Learning sign language at a young age opens their mind to better mental development and also vocabulary in which the kids need to know themselves. Helps them have a higher levels of IQ when they get older, because they know from a young age of how to communicate. Early communication is important, and sign language allows for that to occur. According to MD Jay Hecker, author of the article Sign Language Worthwhile, he states communication is at heart of child development to be cognitive, social, emotion, or behavioral, and sign language marks the beginning. This quote means to me that sign language is a root to start the bloom of the rest of the world. Sign language helps with everything because they can effectively communicate in many different branches when they get older. Knowing sign language would be one of them. Using sign language at an early age helps to do with frustration with children who are 2 years or even younger. This is because they know how to say what they want. They can communicate by not speaking, but with their hands of what they want. That helps with parents also getting frustrated because they know what their children want. It's not a gamble of what they want and picking many different things to see what they want. It is trying to figure out how they want it and where they want it. For example, if they want mom, they would go like this. If they want dad, they would go like this. If they're hungry, they can simply go like, this is eat. Hungry, they can go like this. If they want more, they can go like this. They want a drink, they can go like that. And if they're asleep, of course, that's when they're tired. It helps the parents understand them better, and it helps the children know what they want. Second, children can develop effective communication by using modeling and practice. The early modeling and practice also allows children to develop reliable skills which they'll use for the rest of their lives. When communication is not properly modeled, it can lead to many complications at a young age. It'll get them on the wrong track of what is right. When it's improperly modeled, they'll keep on doing that improper throughout life. When it's properly modeled, they'll continue that throughout life when they know the right way. Modeling effective communication includes how to do it right. It includes how to effectively model something. So if you model something how to do, like speak or how to do what's right, they know what's right. Modeling is very important because you're the role model to what they think of. You're the one that is creating this human being to be who they are. That's important by doing the right thing, and showing your kids how to do the right thing will continue throughout life, because they will do the right thing because they'll follow what they learned at such a young age. According to Barbara Clucky, author of Communicating with Children, she states quality communication can support existing development and priorities to address particular needs. What this quote means to me is that quality communication and doing the right thing and how to teach kids how to speak at a young age sets the whole rest of the world for them. Because at this young age, they have so much brain development that are bringing up communication that shows them at such an older age of how to communicate effectively. And the quality of the communication needs to be there to model the right thing for the rest of their life. Modeling also means limiting exposure to negative influence on communications. Media has a very, very bad prospect of how to communicate with children. There's parents fighting, kids fighting. It is not the right thing for a child to see at such a young age. They need to be able to see the effective ways how to communicate through interactions, not just a computer screen. They need to have physical interaction of how to communicate throughout life to get them to a better spot. For example, limiting media intake at a young age is crucial to communication effectiveness at a young age because they can communicate a lot better. Encouraging practice is important to do at such a young age also because they practice it so they know the right thing to do and they practice it a lot. So if you practice a lot for doing what is right, it'll help you in the long run because you've done it all since you were younger. For example, I know a family that prays before they eat. So therefore, they've always done it when they were kids, so when they grow up, they pray no matter where they are at before they eat because that's what they were practiced to do when at such a young age. It brings them on and it brings everything on to later in life. In this speech, I talked about many different ways to communicate with young children. And it is possible to communicate with young children who cannot speak or yet be there to be able to speak. Some main points that I discussed were how to use sign language and how to use effective communication by using sign language and what to do to know what kids want and how it helps frustration with the parent and the child themselves. Kids get less upset and it helps all together for both of them. Modeling practice is also very important because it shows them how to do what the parent wants them to do and it brings for the rest of their life. Practicing helps them because they practice what is right so they can do later on in life what is right. They practice it, makes perfect. Limiting exposure to media was also a main point because media is a very ineffective way to teach kids how to communicate. There are many different strategies parents can begin their children's communication on the right path. Figuring out the right information and know how to do so is crucial in many, many ways.